Hello fellow YouTubers, and welcome back to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. On the last episode, we wrapped up the first half of this trial date because we pointed out that there was something stuck in the muffler of Edgeworth's car, which is where the muffler word that Lana came from, apparently. But we were introduced to the Chief of Police, Damon Gant, and we are about to learn a little bit more about him and why exactly he showed up for some reason. So, oh god, I hope I can do the voice still. So, to what do we owe this honor today? It's been over 2 years since you last came to this courtroom, hasn't it?
Well, it's Worthy here. Look at the poor fellow. I just thought I'd help out by bringing this.
Hey, that's my sister's muffler. Why doesn't no one call it a scarf? So Miss Star wasn't just seeing things. When the crime occurred, Miss Guy really was wearing that muffler.
But to think that it was stuffed into that exhaust pipe. On Little Worthy's car, no less. It's really quite embarrassing, even for us.
I wonder how Gant and Edgeworth sound. Because they probably have like the same sounding voice. Because I'm just using my deep voice for both of them. Well, what's this?
It's what you'd call a switchblade knife. Quite perplexing, this. Objection! Chief! What kind of outfit are you running?
Mr. Edgeworth.
How could they miss such a vital piece of evidence? If your investigators are this lax, how do you expect us to do our job? Now, wait a minute, Worthy. I've no desire to hear your excuses. I'm telling you to wait. Or didn't you hear me?
Oh, Chief of Police, laying down the law.
Have a look at this document, where it says, person in charge of investigation. There's no mistaking that signature, Miles Edgeworth. That's no fair. The day of the crime. Ahead. Your head in the clouds because you got that award. I know how you feel. But you're the person in charge. I expect a written apology. What? Are you serious?
Man, Gant and Edgeworth really do have similar sounding voices. Maybe I should have changed Gant's voice. I mean, I kind of wanted him to have a decent voice and not, you know, clown voice like I almost went with.
Don't be too upset. We'll find a way to clean up this mess that you made.
Ooh, Edgeworth is just getting bullet after bullet. This is the first time I've seen Mr. Edgeworth at a loss for words. And I was there too because once again the text is going a little too slow. This kind of major blunder is unlike you, Mr. Edgeworth.
The
court accepts as new evidence. But I'd like to ask the defense a favor first. Yes? Just to be sure. I'd like to take a look at this blade of this knife. I'd like to take a look at the blade of this knife. Okay. The blade, Your Honor? Well, I don't see why not. Could you open it up for me, I wonder? God, what happened to the judge's voice? I am still sick! It's been over 2 weeks! What's wrong with me? Yes, well, I think all you have to do is push that switch and... If I cut my finger, Mr. Wright, I won't be able to pound my gavel anymore. Just your finger? Yeah, but if I cut my finger, I won't be able to point it at people anymore. Come on, just hurry up and open it! Fine, alright, so to open up this thing, we need to press the button right here. Wah! Don't scare me like that! I'm the one who's scared. Look at this knife blade. The tip is broken off. And this dark red stain. Blood? So we'll get that added to the court record. I think it was partially in there.
This does not excuse the actions of the police department. I would like to hear an explanation from the chief of police himself.
I'm terribly sorry, but could I ask you to testify for us? About the split between the prosecutors and the police. And this knife.
Sure thing. Not a problem. Not even a little one, really.
So we're gonna get a testimony from the chief of police himself. Department in disorder.
This knife is special, but I can't say how here. Unless there's evidence to prove a connection between this knife and Goodman. That was a bad day for the department. We weren't in any shape to do an investigation. A detective was killed at the police department. See? What a mess. The time of the crime? 5:15. Scary coincidence, eh? It's not officially linked to this here case, so I can't talk much about it.
There was a murder at the police department. A detective.
That's hush-hush information, Aji. We haven't exactly announced it yet. Wait a second. You said 5:15. That's the exact time that Detective Goodman was killed at the prosecutor's office.
Order! Order! Order!
Anyway, we at the department are all flustered, as you might well assume. We're in the middle of a top secret investigation. Don't tell anyone, okay?
What about everyone in the audience right now? I think we understand the police department situation. Well, Mr. Wright. 2 detectives killed at the same time in 2 different places. I thought that said faces for a moment. The chances of that are really slim, scientifically speaking, of course. I'd like to exercise my right to cross-examine the witness. Very well. However, keep your questions focused on the case at hand. I'm sorry, Judge. I don't know where your voice went. It went with my health. So, we need to find a link. Where's the button? There it is. So, what we need to do is we need to present something. Because we have the ability to present something right now. Unless there's evidence to prove a connection between this knife and Goodman. We actually have something that does this. And it is a secret. It is this. Well, first things first. Let's look at the knife. Because there is something on here that we did not examine yet. The small tag attached. Let's examine that. There's a small tag on the knife. It says SL92. What's that supposed to mean? I'm not sure. It reminds me of a similar code. DL6. Maybe it's a case number? That's weird. What? I don't remember where. But I think I've seen something like this before. Something similar to what's written on this tag. It wasn't that long ago either. Maybe I should check the court record again. So if we can find something that says SL9 on it, that would greatly help us. Luckily for us, we have something that is kind of like that. The victim's note. It says 67S122, but, and I can't exactly examine this, if we present this here. Wait a second.
Haha, last! An honest-to-goodness objection.
This knife. This has to have something to do with Detective Goodman. What do you mean?
Haha! An honest-to-goodness what do you mean from the judge. This is great.
Look at the tag on this knife. Thank God it wasn't a photograph. It reads SL92. And this is important. Why? Over here we also have a memo that was on the body of the victim. What's this? 6 minus 7s, 12, 2? Your Honor, it's upside down. Upside? The printed name on the memo makes it look like it's right side up. But turn it around and what do you get? Ah. Aha! When he wrote this note, he was holding the paper upside down. SL9. That's the same thing that is written on the knife's tag. Order! Order! Well, Chief?
Ah, well. I guess the cat's out of the bag. You win, Righto.
I win? What game is this guy playing?
This knife was evidence in a case. It was stolen from the department's evidence room.
What does this mean? Well, let's press this very quickly. I mean, let's press this very quickly. So this knife was stolen?
Yes, but on the day of the murder. It was evidence, you say. Was it in fact a murder weapon? Nice, nice, nice. Good show, Little Worthy. It was a murder weapon, as it happens. It was evidence from a case long since solved.
So this knife was stolen on the day of the murder. And it was found in the exhaust pipe of Edward's car. Hard to think there isn't a connection there. So... not that one. A detective was killed, the police department, see what a mess. So, let's press this very quickly. On the same day that a detective was killed in the prosecutor's parking lot. I thought that was going to end in a question mark. Another detective was killed at the police department?
That's a fact. Surprising, isn't it, Uji?
I'm at a loss for words.
And the perpetrator? Do you have a suspect? Well, there was a suspect. Just arrested him, in fact.
Just arrested? That was quick.
But there's still a lot of unanswered questions. Maybe you could help, right?
I suppose I could help, if you'll help me by giving me data on your case.
Ooh, good one. This kid's sharp. Okay, here's the deal. I'll tell you one thing and one thing only.
Where the victim was found, how the victim was killed, and when the victim died. We're gonna call it an episode here because it's a good stopping spot. So we're gonna call this an episode here. On the next episode of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, we should probably be able to finish this date of the trial finally. I mean, how many episodes have we spent on the trial alone? We're at least 6 or 7 episodes into it. Yeah. So, until next time, hopefully you enjoy.